Now, I'm assuming you guys were thinking about marketing and distribution and how to sell this movie during the process, or I have to believe you were doing it during the process, as opposed to at the end going, okay, now what? What was the marketing plan? What was the distribution plan to get this out there into the world?
So we were blessed with making a product in which we had a very clearly identifiable core audience. Mm-hmm. You know, we had Yogananda devotees, and there are, you know, by some estimates, around 300,000 people worldwide who consider Yogananda to be their guru and are very, very devoted to his teachings and his message. And then there's another number that we sometimes reference, which is, you know, the number of people who have read the book, which is around 30 million. So we had a target. We wanted, the sweet spot was between the 300,000 and the 30 million. Somewhere in there was going to be our audience. And we had to figure out, you know, how to reach them. And we considered, you know.
But the goal was to go beyond that crowd.
Yeah,
so
of course.
In all fairness, it was really our mission was to make a film that went beyond that crowd, not to alienate that crowd, but to go beyond that. And so we were really looking at the number of people practicing yoga. And you know, we had the statistics of how many people were practicing yoga just in the U.S.
A couple.
A couple,
Just
20 million or so.
Back then. It was around 20 million.
And now we have we have these statistics worldwide, which, you know, are above 350 million. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there were those numbers that we knew if we could just tap into even just like 1% of that, you know, we would have an audience.
And, you know, while we considered very briefly, actually, you know, going with a traditional distributor and sort of handing the film over, Paola, you know, on a previous film, we had consulted with this gentleman named Peter Broderick, who coined the term hybrid distribution. And, you know, he's been talking about it for 20 odd years now. And we realized that this was kind of the perfect film to do that. So we decided pretty early on to self-distribute, that we would, you know, carve out rights, you know, separate out all our rights and kind of window them out in a sequence that made sense for us, assemble a team. We had around 20 people on our distribution team that we were basically managing, you know, on a standing weekly call. And we created a distribution plan, a strategy of how we were going to roll out these various windows and take advantage of, you know, what Paola was saying before is, okay, so you identify your core, but then there are these concentric circles or a Venn diagram of overlapping circles. So you got your Yogananda devotees, you've got your meditators, you've got your, you know, wellness community, you've got this. How are we going to get to them all? And how, you know, are we going to go, you know, from town to town and roll out? And so, in other words, it was something where it was kind of a yogic distribution plan because we were learning about it as we were doing it. You know, it was really amazing.